Every day at Bakersfield College, our students are moving toward their goals. Why aren't you with them? Is it cost? Family obligation? Maybe you don't feel prepared for college life. The good news is we're prepared to help you. You have yet to realize how much help and support is waiting for you at Bakersfield College. Learn more now on Equity TV. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in this morning to Equity Television. I'm Francis Mayer, and I'm a proud employee of Bakersfield College. Today, we're going to be talking about a certain population group that is particularly susceptible to the stresses of life in ways that maybe you and I aren't. And we're talking about our foster youth. Bakersfield College has a large population of foster youth, and for many of them, this is their first step into unbridled adulthood. And luckily for them and luckily for society at large, we have a safety net for them and a group of people on board ready to help them succeed. And let's check in with the first one this morning. Good morning, Ms. Williams.
Good morning.
I've had a lot of fun talking to you over the last couple of weeks about what it is you do at the college. Now, why don't you tell us first what your title is on paper?
Okay. I am a financial aid technician and also the Foster Youth Success Initiative Liaison for Bakersfield College.
But really, you're kind of like a college mom to our foster youth, aren't you?
Yes, that's pretty much what my function is.
You take a lot of phone calls, you provide a lot of assistance, and you are sort of the gatekeeper to services here at the college.
Yes, I am.
For our foster youth. When a foster student first comes to Bakersfield College, there's a tremendous hurdle for them.
Yes.
And what is that?
First one is actually meeting the registration criteria. They a lot of them come in late. They may start applying, considering going to college a week to 2 weeks before school starts.
And by the way, foster youth, that is not unique to you. You're not the only late-minute people, so don't think that's exclusive to you.
No,
But
one of the things, so they face barriers that way, starting the registration process late, and a lot of times they haven't met all the matriculation requirements for Bakersfield College, and that's taking their assessment test, going to orientation, completing an admissions application, and things like that, and talking to a counselor. They haven't done that yet, so we have to rush that. Make sure they get that taken care of.
And just to be clear to everybody watching, what we mean by matriculation are, if you come to BC and you intend to be a 12-unit student and you're taking real classes, not like a photography course at the Levin Center, which is wonderful, I've done that, but being a full-time student, matriculation is this checklist of items, like you said, that you have to complete before you can be a student. And really, it's kind of something that's going to ensure your success.
Exactly.
Talking to a counselor, getting into the right math class. You don't want to be in calculus if you're not ready for it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. But luckily, there is a set of opportunities and help available to foster students. But what is that one thing they have to do to get access to them?
They have to first self-identify that they're foster youth, and they don't have to identify with everyone on campus. They just have to come. Financial aid office is where I'm located, or call me. My phone number is pretty much available, and let me know that I'm coming in. What do I need to do? What's my first step? And if they identify themselves as a foster youth, they don't have to talk to anyone else or let anyone else know that that's what their status is. I will send them to the people that they need to see in admissions and records, in counseling. If they need to take their assessment test, make sure those things are taken care of for them. They don't have to tell anyone else. They don't have to admit to their instructors or anyone that they're foster youth.
Unless they want to talk about it.
Unless they want to talk about it.
And by all means, it's their story. They can share it as they see fit.
Yes.
But nobody at BC is going to jam you up and say, well, why are you a foster youth? How did this happen? That's not part of our deal here.
No.
So when you say self-identify, literally, how is that going to go down? So they're going to go upstairs to student services where financial aid is, and you can ask anybody on campus where that is.
Yes.
And this really, after they talk to Orlando, who we're going to have on later in the show, this is the first step they need to take.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Check in with you.
Check in with me.
And they can tell any employee at the desk, how would they phrase it?
I would like to speak to Ms. Williams, or I would like to speak to the foster youth liaison is usually what everyone calls me. Either I'm Miss Williams or I'm the foster youth liaison. That's
perfect.
What they call me.
And if you have understandable hangups about self-identifying, all you have to say is, "Let me talk to Miss Williams."
Yes.
Done.
Done.
That is perfect. And I know that we talked and we discussed that people have a lot of reasons for not wanting to self-identify, and one of them is because by my observation, is because they're leery of institutions. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yes, one of the struggles that foster youth face is that they've been in the system for however many years, and they did not choose to be in the system. Based upon the things that happened to them, they may have been removed from their home just for their safety and security. They've been placed in a system where they did not have a voice in saying where they wanted to live and et cetera, where they wanted to go to school. And now they're at that age where they can make those decisions themselves. And so they're leery about getting back into a system that's going to ask them for more information or tell them what they can and can't do. A lot of them are leery about that.
But our institution, Bakersfield College, is a beautiful institution.
Yes.
This isn't an institution of pain and disappointment. We have a planetarium. We have a pool. We have beautiful lawns,
yes.
right?
Yes.
As far as institutions go,
yes.
Ours is a really nice one.
It is.
And I think that and you would know better than me, but this experience for them at Bakersfield College is probably far better and much different than any institutional experience they've had before.
Yes, it is. I believe so.
And what kind of, by uttering those magic words, again, let me talk to Ms. Williams, what sort of benefits are they entitled to?
First thing is that they are eligible for priority registration.
Oh, it's huge.
So that's a really big deal. They're in the first group that gets to register, but they have to make sure they complete all those matriculation steps. So if the earlier they self-identify, the better for them.
Why is early registration such a big deal?
For foster youth, they face so many barriers actually going to college, considering going to college. Very few, I think 20% of the foster youth that graduate from high school actually end up going to college.
And rah, we want to raise that number.
We want to raise it up as high as we can go. And so when they come in, we want to eliminate as many barriers as we can to get them into school on time and be successful, complete their educational goals as quickly as they can. So if they can get first choice in the classes that they need to take to meet their educational goal, even better.
Yeah, because classes fill up.
Yes, they do.
And we've all had a friend who didn't get on the horse and sign up for their classes on time, and they're like, I got to spend another semester at BC because I got to take stats. But there's only so many classes.
Yes.
And once they're full, they're full. So foster youth, take advantage of that one. What's another one that they get?
Then the other one is financial aid application process.
This blows my mind. What do you do with them?
Foster youth, actually, I help them get their application completed, and then we fast track them. And that's been something that the state has been pushing for years, but something that we definitely do. We get their application completed, we get their file awarded and processed, and it happens quickly.
But you sit down with
them, yes.
And you fill out every single form.
Yes.
Foster youth, I don't know if you know what a big deal that is. That is awesome.
Yes.
And it is a lot of paperwork, and nobody has fun with that.
No.
Not any student has fun with that. So are there any other benefits we'd want to bring up? Those are two huge ones, by the way, as far as going to BC goes. Priority registration and financial aid, and they get one-stop shopping with that directly through you.
Yes. Also, we can submit their Chafee grant application, which is a grant for foster youth that they can receive up until the age of 21. That will help them pay for additional expenses while going to school. So it's a separate grant than federal or state aid. So they can receive that. Also, they can be considered for the EOP&S program, book services, as long as they're full-time. So that's why that priority registration is really important.
What does EOP&S do for them?
It's in a program that offers them peer mentoring, tutoring, and other services, book vouchers, things like that.
Oh, this is stuff that really is good for any student.
Yes.
I mean, these are tremendous programs. They would help anyone, and all a person has to do here is self-identify to you. And you're a nice lady. We've talked a number of times, and you are a nice lady. I know that's not an easy admission for anybody to make, but I would think that coming to you and making that admission is going to be real easy, especially when they get priority registration.
Yes.
You're going to fill out all their financial aid paperwork with them, and they're going to get access to the EOP&S program. Do they have to be part of the AB-12? Do they have to be taking advantage of that?
They do not.
Okay.
We work with students both in the AB-12 and those that are out.
And if you're a foster youth who doesn't know what AB-12 is, stop me if I'm screwing this up here. Okay. But after you turn 18, you are technically out of the system. But if you opt into AB-12, you get help. You get housing housing assistance.
Yes.
And then you also get maybe a stipend and some assistance in living, right?
Correct.
So This is a huge deal. Anyone who's 17 as a senior in high school or even a junior, you need to be planning ahead and thinking about this because big things happen at BC. You just told me the other day also, before we go, we're running out of time here, and we got to check in with Christine Din for some Renegade News, but you told me about someone who had been through some challenges and is actually graduating from a pretty prestigious program at the college, right?
Yes, I have a foster youth who started out being really successful, and she had a semester that she just disappeared in the middle of the semester on me. I tried to contact her, called her house. One of her relatives told me if you talk to her, let her know that we're still here. We want to talk to her. And she came back probably after the semester was over, and she started talking to me and telling me she had faced a lot of issues, and she had a domestic violence situation that she had to deal with, and she needed time off. She came back, completed the next semester, and then she got admitted into the nursing program at Bakersfield College. And so she's graduating this semester from the program. So it's really, I'm really proud of her.
And that's an education she could take anywhere in the country.
Yes.
She could travel now, get out of Bakersfield, get away from this bozo. There's never a time when that's okay to treat a woman that way. But the point to the story that touched me is that you welcomed her back with open arms. People screw up, stuff happens.
Yes.
But for Pete's sake, don't give up.
Correct.
All right, very good. Right now, we just spoke with Ms. Williams about the benefits available at Bakersfield College, and let that be your keyword. If you're a foster youth who has problems with self-identifying, don't. All you have to do is go to the financial aid counter at Bakersfield College, ask anybody for directions, and then ask for Mrs. Williams, and the rest is going to be on her. When we come back, we're going to have another special guest who tells us about the benefits available to our foster youth at Bakersfield College and what they can do to help you succeed. Equity TV will be right back.